And away we go. Welcome, guys, to the 1v1 tournament, the final chapter. This is round one, bottom bracket, JackTW versus T.R Sidewinder. And yeah, it looks to be a great match. Let's find out. I was able to. I know Jack. I met Sidewinder, both great people. Got to speak with him yesterday at the meeting. And just some really great, high-quality people. And Jack is the Wehrmacht, and Sidewinder has gone British. So let's see where this goes. Right away, Jack is going for that first MG. And it looks like Sidewinder is going to go with infantry sections. Right away, Jack is looking to cap and gain some territory. Let's see where he puts that MG. Oh, he's going to use the MG to cap, I guess. And Sidewinder has that fuel, which is very precious. He's connected it with that victory point. And here we go. Looks like the first shots are about to get fired. First shots are fired. Jack's going to look to regroup. I wonder why he's pulling back. Interesting. And Sidewinder keeps chugging along. He's capping the standard victory point. And it looks like it's just a feeling out process between both players.
New universal carrier ready for use.
And here comes the universal carrier. Let's see how he uses it. It's 2 minutes 30 seconds into the game. And shots fired. MG42 is going off. Pioneers are coming in to take some cover and probably look to recap. Great job. Here comes the universal carrier to give some support to those infantry sections. Infantry section is just retreated. Here comes the MG42 ready to spray that light vehicle. And the universal carrier pulls back.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
And Jack has a pair of grannies inside the building. And the infantry sections are shooting point blank at the building. And I don't think these guys can actually do anything. Great job. They're just shooting through the walls. Can't do a damn thing about it. Great job by Sidewinder. And there he goes, using that universal carrier to harass enemy troops. And Jack's got 3 grannies out. I'm not sure why he packed that up. I think he could have used that MG42. Should have just left it in play. Changing it. Will he be able to shoot through the bushes? Yes, he can. I think he could have just stayed where he was. MG42, I'm sorry, the universal carrier has the Vickers mounted gun. It's got the upgrade, which is pretty cool. Universal Carrier's hurting, but still in play. Probably like to see him repair that.
Promotion! Good home!
Universal Carrier really can provide some great cover fire for your infantry sections. Great in that early game. Like to see him repair that.
A new engineer. Armored cars can now be built.
Here comes this engineer. It's still anyone's game. You know, right now Jack's got the map control. When it comes to victory points, I should say. Looks like right now they're pretty much tied. Sidewinder's getting a bit more manpower, obviously because he has a smaller population. But that's about it. Looks like Jack's gonna have to regroup. Infantry sections are in green cover, so they're still able to shoot back at that MG42. MG42's hitting the wall. MG42's in big trouble. He's gonna have to pull back. He's gonna lose that MG42 right now. Here we go. And looks like the infantry sections are on the run. It's a back and forth thing. Looks like Jack is trying to solidify the third star. And he's got the SDK. 222 is out. And he is using it to maximum effect. Probably could have taken that out. What a great job. What a great job early game for Jack. And I like the fact that he's going for the fuel. And he's capping. He's showing some great micro. Sidewinder is a little bit in trouble. Here. But the AEC has come and is looking to be the equalizer here. SDK is down. AEC makes short work of him. And all of a sudden, that SDK is gone. And it looks like to me, Sidewinder's going to look to solidify his side, get his fuel back, and probably go on the attack with that AEC. And there he goes. Universal Carrier adding some fire.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us. Supplies looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
And looks like Sidewinder has retaken the left victory point, and he's still in this for sure. AEC seems to have dominance on the field right now. Looks like Jack needs to go back to base and regroup. He's got 4 grannies they need to heal. They're all suffering. Yeah, he's going to have to pull back. I think he's trying to hold on. He's trying to stall for time. And Sidewinder is taking the second victory point in the mid. There's another fight for the munitions all the way on the left, on the top part of the map. And all of a sudden, Sidewinder has 2 victory point stars.
Vehicle ready to
AEC is, you know, it's a great vehicle. 75 millimeter armored car, and early game, yeah, it can do great for you, for sure if used right. My question is, how is Jack going to counter? He has a pack gun. Looks like he's bringing it out. He's probably going to look to set up some kind of trap. I'm not sure if 4 Grens is the way to go. I would have went 2 and 2 Panzer Grannies. That's just me.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
But there are a lot of infantry sections. Maybe I would have 3 Grannies, 2 Panzer Grannies. Just something to counter this. Something to counter these light vehicles.
Promotions for us, chaps.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Flank attack by enemy.
Wow, cover has been destroyed by the AEC. And looks like that MG42 is in some big trouble. Sidewinder might get it, might not. He got it. He got the squad wipe. MG42 is gone. And there's a back and forth battle here on the left side by the fuel, by Sidewinder's fuel, and Sidewinder is winning. He's winning the exchanges. Jack's not fighting in cover. He needs to get his guys into cover, and he's just charging in. I don't know why he's doing that. It looks like that Granny's about to die. It's vetted. Gets him out. MG42 is trying to provide that cover, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Would have been nice if Jack had been able to really counter these light vehicles. He's just not countering. He's ignoring them, and it's just not going to work. And here comes that AEC looking to capitalize on that retreat, and he's doing just that. He's smart. He didn't go in all the way. He's letting the infantry sections move in. All of a sudden, looks like Sidewinder's going to have two victory point stars. Infantry sections are really starting to take off.
Position taken. Drew up then. Who's got the biggies? Get ready, you lot.
Yeah, those Bren guns are great.
Job finished. Good work.
So it looks like to me he's starting to Sidewinder's starting to build up trenches. So, you know, again, I'm just waiting to see what Jack's counter is to the light vehicles. He has one pack. That's it. He still has somewhat of some type of resources still coming in. They're still neck and neck with the fuel production and neck and neck with the munitions production.
Under fire from enemy bastards. Ready for orders.
And right now, Sidewinder has a command tank. He's got the Valentine. He's got him out.
What's next then?
And that's that.
Ready to roll.
AEC's just doing whatever it wants.
Point is being overrun.
There goes Jack trying to take back a star. Jack's army's still intact.
Being shot at now.
Jack's got a big float of gas. I'm not sure what he's waiting to use that for,
Watch out. They're hitting outside.
but he needs to use it.
Heavy machine gun. He's got our range. Under fire over here. Right, Saskos.
And it looks like Jack's on full retreat, and right now Sidewinder's looking to solidify the map and take map control. Wow, look at these NGs. They're just going in for the kill. He retreats finally. Here comes the Valentine. Looks like Sidewinder's gonna make a drop. He's got an artillery drop coming in, concentration barrage. All 25-pounder howitzers in the British Army HQ to quickly fire at the targeted location. And that's what he's doing. Was that a bluff? No, it wasn't a bluff. And looks like that pack gun is on its own. And here comes Jack. He's doing a strafey run with a Ju-87. And the JU is loitering. And looks like Jack just lost his Pack 43. Oh, sorry, Pack 40. What a great match and what a great comeback. Sidewinder has really gotten it together. Right now, looks like Jack has his Panzer IV. It's important for Jack not to get reckless with that Panzer IV right now. And, oh boy, he runs right into the QF 6-pounder. He's got that Command Valentine shooting down on him. He looks like, oh my god, the main gun has been destroyed on the Panzer IV. And the Panzer IV is gone. Devastating. That's gotta sting. Great match so far. Very exciting. Strong start by Jack. And looks like Sidewinder is surging in mid-game. And yeah, he's really taking the fight to Jack. Jack has two victory point stars, so he stopped the bleeding. But and he's being aggressive with the capping, but I'm not sure if Sidewinder knows that he can run the gambit now. He has everything that he needs to run the gambit and take full map control. And that MG42 is able to retreat and get away and live to fight another day. Jack's grannies are vetted. I mean, for me, I think Jack needed to have that P4. He needed that P4. He needed that P4 alive. And when you're in a bad situation and you're trying to get out of that, you're trying to climb out of that situation, going kamikaze is not the way to go. So it'll be fun to see how and if Jack can get himself out of this situation that he's in. He's got a counter. He's got a counter, and he's not doing that. And it's those light vehicles that are giving him the most trouble. And he's healing back in the base. Let's see what he can do. Looks like Jack's moving out. And here comes Sidewinder in the center. Yeah, I think Sidewinder's looking to keep this center. He's just brought up his QF 6-pounder. He's got 2 stars. He's taking the fuel away. And I like the fact that Sidewinder is hitting Jack in multiple places and causing Jack to really make choices, make some hard choices. And looks like Jack has that second
Capture point is
Pack
being
40.
overrun.
Hmm.
Ready to move.
Oh no. Direct hit on those troops. They are hurting.
Enemy threatening
Big
a capture
time.
point.
And I think he's trying to bait him. He's trying to bait
The enemy has
Sidewinder, but Sidewinder's not biting.
units are now ready to use anvil defensive drills and tack. We're losing a capture point.
And the MG42 has now been vetted to Vet 2. Jack he's fighting back for sure.
Infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
He's done a great job
Damned enemies
in the
trying to take a
Grannies.
point from
The
us.
survivability is very good. He's been able to vet his troops. I would have liked to have seen counters to the light and medium vehicles a lot earlier. Right now, it looks like Sidewinder is retreating, and looks like Jack's right back in this. And Jack repositions his MG42 to grab to get on those infantry sections, and looks like they're out of his range and have been able to retreat. And here comes Jack.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And here we go. There's that Valentine command tank. And that MG42 is in some big trouble. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get out of there. And he does somehow. Looks like Jack gets another Granny to Vet 3. Here we go. Brits are dropping already.
Being shot at now.
Nice fire exchange right here. Infantry sections versus two Grannies. Grannies have been pushed back and they are making the run back to base. And here comes that Valentine. Jack has the JU strafing.
Sorry, but we're being bloody shot at.
And this, it's effective. It's effective for sure. Looks like Jack's pulling back. Let's check what's going on in the middle here. Yep, Jack's pulling back. And he's got no choice to. Or he's gonna lose those vetted troops. Oh, squad wipe. 3-star Granny is down. That's got a sting. And he drops his weapon on top of that.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
This has really turned into a dogfight. This has really turned into a dogfight, and they're going back and forth.
Contact. It's a bit touchy.
And looks like Jack's in full retreat. There's the AEC. Sidewinder's moving in and he's looking to gain map control here. And I think he's looking to close the deal. Looks like Jack's going for all 3 stars. And I think he'll get it.
Sorry, but we're being bloody shot at! Anti-tank gun out of action!
And then Jack is going at that AEC with his Pios.
Gun ahead! Ready for orders! Attacking our flanks!
Sidewinder hits the smoke. JackTW surrendered. What a great match. 221 to 330. Sidewinder is victor. Wow. Let's take a look at some of these stats. What a great match. Yeah, most valuable unit for Jack. What's the Scrennies? Infantry sections won the day for Sidewinder for sure. Let's go to the overview. The damage dealt is almost identical. The big difference is units killed, units lost. A lot of action, a lot of great micro, some good gameplay here, for sure. Let's take a look at the graph. And, you know, I can remember that point early game where I felt like Jack had the advantage. And Sidewinder, slow and steady, was able to come back. It's a great job. And I believe these light vehicles were what made the difference. For sure, light medium vehicles. AEC was just a monster. Alright, let me get the next match. This is a best of 3. This is round 1, bottom bracket. And we're going to go into game 2. I'll be right back with the start of game 2. And here we go. If you're just joining me right now, this is the 1v1 tournament, the final chapter. This is round 1, bottom bracket. JackTW versus T.R Sidewinder, both veteran players. And both veterans of Battlefield for sure. And this is game 2. Here we go.
Steady up, fellas.
And it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Jack is American. He went with the American faction. And T.R Sidewinder, yeah, he's gone with the German faction. And it should be interesting to see how this plays out. Should be interesting to see what Sidewinder decides to go with.
Regimental headquarters advise. Panzer Fusiliers are ready for action.
And right away, they're just looking to take the map. What a beautiful map this is.
Mission accomplished.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Point secure. Maintains in position.
And they're just following, doing a volley for map control right now.
Contact! Infantry assaulting!
And here we go. First shots fired.
Men, eyes up!
Stern Pioneer Squad is moving in.
Assigned to the front.
Not sure why he didn't just charge right in.
Infantry attacking in force.
And Sidewinder is moving aggressively. Jack's got his rifleman there, trying to take that manpower back, but not sure if that's going to work. Jack just jumped into some yellow cover. They're both in yellow cover right now. It's 2-1. More than likely, the Americans are going to have to pull back. OKW definitely plays a bit different than the Wehrmacht, and very curious to see what type of build Sidewinder goes with. As of right now, yeah, he is going with Panzer Fusilier. He has 2 of them. He has 2 Vokes and 1 Sturmpio. Jack has gone 4 rifleman squads with 1 rear echelon. There's 2 different battles going on at the same time here. And looks like Jack is going to have to pull back from the top and settle for that bottom victory, for that bottom manpower point. It's really a standard victory point. I call them manpower points. I'm such a Co-1 nerd. Interesting exchange. Right away, Sidewinder has 2 stars. It's 4 minutes into the game, and you know, the ticker's starting to click down for Jack. One good thing Jack did last game is he was able to keep his troops alive and keep himself in the game, and I'm curious to see how he does with the riflemen and what his strategy is going to be moving forward. Looks like we have some battles here. Jack's getting aggressive. That's good. No one's taken any real casualties yet, although that might change unless Jack retreats, and he does that. There's 2 different battles going on at the same time on different sides of the map. This is where you see micromanagement come into play, and the difference between the top level and the bottom level are people that can handle 2 or 3 different engagements at the same time. Here we go. Those riflemen are in some big trouble. He's going to have to make a run for it right now. And he does that. And it looks like Sidewinder is going to take the fuel away from Jack. He's got all 3 stars. And I would say this is a very good start for him. It's 6 minutes into the game. Here comes Jack. He's got his lieutenant out, and he's looking to push Sidewinder out of there, out of that fuel, desperately, sending everything he has there. And he does just that.
Vehicle now ready for action.
Right now, there's a big difference between the munitions between Jack and Sidewinder. Right now, Jack is only gaining 26, although he still has more munitions than Sidewinder. He's only gaining them at 26 per minute, while Sidewinder is at 58. Jack is he's only doing 16 per minute with the fuel. Now he's down to 10. So Sidewinder is up to 29, and that's very, very good for him. Okay, so here comes the SDK half-track. Very, very powerful. Very, very effective against infantry. And we're going to see it in action right now. Nasty. Nasty. And he will stop any... This vehicle will stop any type of recon runs or anything like that. And stop these P-47 strafing runs in their tracks. Jack's got to answer the call. He's got to be able to counter that light vehicle, or it's going to be a long, long night for him. He's got his own M16 half-track out on the field right now. And it's very important how both players use these light vehicles early on. And that's really what's going to settle who's going to win this game right now. I can tell you one thing, playing versus any of the German factions, you don't want to wait till late game when they're pumping out those giant heavy tanks. You just don't want to do it. You don't want to wait for the Tiger, you don't want to wait for the Panthers, you don't want to wait for the... You don't. You have to take map control, you have to take the fuel away from them. That's some great range right there. There he goes. Wow. There's two fights going on at the same time. Great shot. Great shot by Sidewinder. Gets his anti-tank out of there very, very quickly. Good job. He's able to scare off that half-track. And I'll tell you, this unit is definitely a big favorite of mine. I love my Raketenwerfers. They're wonderful. Whoa! And he is retreating. And the SDK is eating him up. The half-track is taking shot after shot. He might get the squad wipe, might not. And lucky for Jack, he lives to fight another day with his rifle sections. And it looks like, when I wasn't looking, Jack lost his half-track. And I didn't see that. Oh, he didn't lose it. He's repairing it. Oh man, this is turning out to be a very interesting game. Now the guys who, like I said, that top of the food chain micromanagement comes when you're able to do 2 or 3 different things on the map all at the same time. Whoa, Raketenwerfer's got some range. Wow. And looks like Sidewinder's brought in his half-track, and here comes that Raketenwerfer. Here comes that Raketenwerfer. It's getting shot at. And he makes the stop, direct hit, and wow. Anti-aircraft half-track is gone. Flak track is gone for Jack. And it looks like Sidewinder is really starting to take some control right now. Jack's army is intact, but I'd say Jack is in some trouble right now. His army's intact still, but, you know, again,
Standing by for setting of command.
Sidewinder wins the light vehicle game that's being played right now. 11 minutes into it, going into 12 minutes. And looks like, oh boy. Okay, his lieutenant is able to get a shot in on that black half track of Sidewinder's, but he's only able to get one shot, and immediately Sidewinder blows his smoke and just gets out of there quick. He's got 2 Rakettenwerfers now, so he's waiting for Jack to... Oh, landmine. Nasty. Landmines win games. Still a very competitive match. Jack has 2 stars. Looks like he's about to lose one. Let's see how this plays out. I'll tell you what, I've been watching Jack for a long time. I've seen him competing in various tournaments that we've done, and he has improved so much. Where he, you know, he's very competitive against tough players. Sidewinder's no joke. He can play for sure. You know, for me, I feel like the game is decided in that early mid-game. When it comes to victory point, if you know, the person that ends up with the light vehicles and is able to just do whatever they want with their light vehicles is usually that guy that's going to get the medium and the heavy tanks out first, and they're usually the ones who are going to win, usually. You have to counter. You can't just let vehicles vet and just stick around. You know, I mean, for me, my impulse is to spawn is to get a blob and just comb through the map. But a lot of the tactics that I use are from team games, and they don't work in single player. Single player is a totally different animal. There is so much going on right now. And again, that black half track of Sidewinders is just paying dividends. I'll tell you what, sometimes some of these light vehicles, they inflict more psychological damage than they actually do kills in the game. It's just really, it's a tough situation once you see one of those vehicles out there, because you already know immediately, okay, I can't rush that area with infantry because I'm going to run into that problem. So it just kind of just keeps keeps Jack out of that area. Jack right now he's regrouping in his base, and wow, Jack just surrendered, and Sidewinder goes to the semifinals. What a game. I would have liked to have seen Jack play that out a little bit more, but yeah, he definitely Sidewinder outclassed him in that one. I felt like he was still in it. I felt like Jack was still in it, and there were some things he could have done. He could have made one final push. But wow, Sidewinder took the match. Props to Sidewinder for playing very well. I tip my hat off to Jack. He's improved so much, and I want to thank you, Jack, for your participation. Sidewinder moves up to the to the semifinals in the 1v1 tournament. Wow. Great match. Let's take a look at the stats. That was great. That was a great match. What a great way to start off the tournament. We had some great matches early on, right from the jump. So wow. We're neck and neck at one point. And then Sidewinder just took off. Yeah, the Recantant Werfers. Very valuable, for sure. It's a great match. Okay, great. Guys, that is the end of round 1. We've had some great matches. I'm going to come back later on and cast the semifinal matches to see who's going to make it to the finals. And also, we're going to have a third place match as well. This is a tournament being run on Battlefield. This is the 1v1 tournament, the final chapter. And you can expect the semifinals on YouTube. I'm going to post them up as soon as I can. And I'm looking for this weekend to do the live stream of the finals and also post that up to YouTube right after. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the battlefield. Semifinals is up next. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.